What's up, guys? This is Bumpkins. Today is Wednesday, March 3rd. Wednesday means new comic book day. New comic book day means new comic book haul video. As always, I went down to Infinity Flux here in Chattanooga. I love going down there right at noon on Wednesday. It's the perfect midpoint to the week. But I went down to Infinity Flux and got another stack of books. Some Marvel, some DC, some Indies, some dollar issues. A little sneak peek there. Let's go ahead and get right into it. I picked up Avengers number 43, the variant, the Alex Ross Timeless variant of Vision. Still haven't read past the first 6 issues of this series, but I like the Timeless covers. You know, the only thing I was looking at these, the only thing I don't like about these is the fact, I don't know, you can't really see it. Well, you kind of can there. You can see through it. I don't like that you can see through the white. I wish Marvel had maybe used some cardstock for these because they're such beautiful covers. Vision looks gorgeous, but I can see the comic on the inside. I don't love that, but I do love the picture of Vision. Picked up Avengers Mech Strike number 2, cover B. This is a fun series. Avengers in giant robots, my 2 favorite things in the world. Well, not really, but you know what I mean. I picked up, I get Demon Days X-Men number 1, the Peach Momoko cover, and I actually accidentally bought 2 of these. This is the Art Germ variant. This is the one I was going for. I think both were in my pull box and I didn't notice it, so I ended up getting them both. But that's cool. I'm not really sure what the story's about, but I wanted to read it. There was a lot of buzz around this, and I thought it sounded interesting, so I thought I'd try it out. We got the requisite King in Black book. So King in Black, Captain America number 1. I think this is just the only Captain America book, I think. I'm not real sure. I haven't read any of the King in Black still, but they're all here when I need it. King in Black, Venom vs. Carnage number 3. King in Black, Thunderbolts number 3. King in Black, Wiccan and Hulkling number 1. And the King in Black handbook, which I guess maybe I could just read this to get me caught up on what's going on, but I'm not going to. I'll get to all this eventually. And then a little Star Wars action, Star Wars The High Republic number 3, and I actually got 2 copies, one for me and one for my buddy Opie. He's trying to feed his Star Wars comic addiction. And that's it for Marvel. Moving on to DC, we're done, well, we're pretty much done with Future State. We're done with Future State on a weekly basis. I think there is a Future State Gotham title coming that's actually going to stick around. I don't think it's not like a 1 or 2-parter like all the other Future States were. And I'm pretty sure it's an ongoing, but don't hold me to that. So we are now in the Infinite Frontier portion of DC now, I guess. DC's back to normal, and I'm really excited to get caught up and start reading these. So, starting off with Batman number 106, the A cover, and I had to get the wraparound because that looks fantastic. The bag's sealed. I would take it out and show you that this beautiful image continues on to the other side. Jorge Jimenez killing it on the artwork. I cannot wait to catch up on Batman and start. I haven't even read any of the James Tynion run yet, but I do have it all now. I've got his first several issues in the first hardcover. I just got the Joker War hardcover, so I can actually, once I get caught up on a little bit more DC, I can finally start on Tynion's run, and I've got a bunch of it all at once that I can just binge read, and it's going to be awesome. I'm super excited for that. Checking out Crime Syndicate, issue number 1 of 6. Sort of a evil Justice League from Earth. Are they from Earth 3? I don't remember what Earth they're from. But they look cool. And that cover's awesome. So yeah, I wanted to check that out. Of course, the issue that I need to read before I start any of this stuff is Infinite Frontier number 0. This also has a nice wraparound cover there. I still have a lot of Future State to read, and I haven't even touched Death Metal yet, and I don't know if I should read all of that before this. So it may be a while before I touch this one. And then also in the Infinite Frontier is Suicide Squad number 1. I've read Suicide Squad on and off over the years, and I don't know, this just seemed cool. I just want to try this one out as well. That is it for DC. We've got only a couple image books this week. Firepower number 9. Haven't read any of this series yet, but I do have the trade. I've got issue number 8 in a single and number 9 here, so I can jump on that whenever. And then one that I was really excited about that I've been looking forward to for a while. I didn't join in on the Kickstarter, but I thought about it. but I'm glad it came out in stores. Nocterra #1, Scott Snyder, Tony Daniel. This seems super cool. I like the premise. I will read anything Scott Snyder does. And I just went with, I think this is just the regular A cover. I think I kind of like this one the best. So Scott Snyder, Tony S. Daniel, that one's going to be super cool. And then this was a big week. That was a big release. Another, probably one of the biggest releases this week is Berserker #1 from Boom Studios, co-written by Keanu Reeves and Matt Kent, with art by Ron Garney. I picked up the Mark Brooks variant. I actually had to pick this one up off the shelf because I pre-ordered the cover A, the Ron Garney cover, and this cover, but the foil versions. But those I think got delayed to like March 24th. Yeah, so like 3 weeks from now. So I've got those coming, but I didn't want to be the only guy not reading Berserker today, so I went ahead and just picked this one up off the shelf. Actually, one of the incentive covers was a 1 in 1,000 that is signed by Keanu Reeves himself. Infinity Flux actually got that one, which means they have like 1,000, literally 1,000 issues of Berserker. So if you missed it, contact them and they will ship you one if you're in the United States, if you missed it, because they have a plenty of Berserker. So I can't wait to read this. I flipped through it and it looks fantastic. I got Chariot #1 from Upshot, AWA Upshot. The premise sounded interesting, kind of it made me think of Knight Rider, but I don't know a whole lot about it yet, but that was enough to hook me, so I figured I'd try it out. So guys, one of the things that I was excited about most this week is ENIAC #1 from a new publisher called Bad Idea. Now, Bad Idea is releasing a handful of, I guess, mini-series. Like, this is only a 4-issue thing, and they're releasing a handful of these over the next several months. The interesting thing about their plan for release is that only about 200 comic shops across the country are carrying their books, and you can't order them from Amazon. There's no, well, obviously there's no trades because they just came out, but there's basically about 200 comic shops across the country where you can get these. You can't get them at Walmart, or not that you can get very many comics there, but Infinity Flux was lucky enough to be one of the 200 selected. And the way they're doing it is, you basically, if you pre-order you have to pre-order the whole thing. You can't just pre-order issue 1 and then jump out after that. You have to pre-order the entire 4-issue thing, which was fine. I wanted to try it out anyway. So, and they did, and Bad Idea, again, the new publisher of these books, they did this cool thing where they sent every shop one gold button. And they said that the shops, or the first person in each shop to buy this book gets that gold button. And I got it. That's pretty cool. So it's just a gold button. It's got the #1 ribbon. It says ENIAC, Bad Idea. Yeah, so I got it for being the first person in my shop to get this. I was the first person that walked in the door, I think. I live super close to my shop anyway, so I figured, hey, I'll leave a few minutes early, see if I can get there. If not, no big deal. It's just something fun to try, and I got it. So that was pretty cool. So, and I have not read this either. I have flipped through it, and the artwork is gorgeous. Basically, it's as you can tell, AI that goes horribly wrong. So I don't know much more than that, but it sounded interesting. So, and like I said, the artwork is fantastic. So I can't wait to read this series. They've got a few more coming out over the next few months. So Bad Idea. I don't know if they have a plan to release these in a wider release later. I'm sure they will. But for now, you actually can go to their website, but I don't remember what it is, to find out where you can buy these. So super cool. ENIAC #1. I can't wait to read this. From Dark Horse, Fear Case #2. The first one was pretty cool. These government agents get this mysterious case that wars have been fought over for, forever. And we don't know what's in it, and if you don't get rid of it within a certain amount of time, bad things happen. The first issue was solid, but setting up things, so I can't wait to see the story grow in here. Sort of an all-ages title that I wanted to try out from Chris Somney is a book called Jonah and the Impossible Monsters #1. This is his creator-owned thing. He wrote it, he drew it. I love Chris Somney's artwork, and I want to try out his writing. I'm a fan. I'll support pretty much anything he does, so I figured I'd try this out. This one is from Oni Press, so we'll try that out. From over on IDW, picked up Star Wars The High Republic Adventures #2, and I actually picked up 2 issues of that as well. One for me, one for my buddy Opie. So we're going to stick that in his fun box and get that shipped off to him at some point. That was all of the new books, but I couldn't not look through their dollar bins because, again, at Infinity Flex, they put out a handful of new boxes, probably like four long boxes of dollar issues every Saturday. I didn't get to go this past weekend, but I love looking through them every week, and I found a handful of dollar issues to pick up as well. So I got Empire #6. I haven't read the Empire story yet. I don't have any of the other ones, but I got this one because it's an action figure variant, so for $1, I wanted to grab that. Picked up Red Hood Outlaw #50, the variant. I have the Philip Tan variant is what this is. I actually have #52, the variant that it was in the same theme as this, so I wanted to keep that going. So who knows, maybe I'll try to start collecting Red Hood. I have wanted to read, I didn't really care too much for Red Hood and the Outlaws, but I think around issue 30 something, it just switches to Red Hood Outlaw, and it's just Red Hood by himself. And that to me sounds pretty interesting because I do like that character. So maybe I'll try to start building this run. And then, speaking of building runs, I got a few more Green Lanterns from, I think it's volume 3, that started in 1990. I've picked up several of those. My buddy Opie has several more waiting for me, and I'm just adding to that run. So I got Green Lantern #53, Green Lantern #54, Green Lantern #55, which I love that cover. I've read this before. I liked when they did Alan Scott, a DH Alan Scott as Sentinel in the 90s. I don't know how long that lasted. I didn't really read DC too much back then, but I thought that was pretty cool when they did that. So that was 55. Green Lantern #56. And then Green Lantern #58. And they did have some more in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Not all consecutive, but like peppered throughout the 70s, 80s, and 90s. But I thought this is a big enough stack. I'll go with these since these are closer to the ones I already have. And we'll work on building that over the weeks and months to come. So guys, that was it for the week. It was another super awesome day. I can't wait to read some of these. I'm really excited for DC to get, like I said, to get back to normal, even though I've got a lot of catching up to do. ENIAC from Bad Idea, that looks awesome. Berserker, obviously. I still have some of my indies from last week that I haven't read yet, so lots of stuff to read, but too much to read is a good problem to have. So guys, I appreciate you watching this video. If you like this video or any of the other videos on my channel, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give it a sarcastic thumbs up. And if nothing else, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you picked up this week. Was your shop one of the ones that was able to get the Bad Idea books? Are you excited for the return to normal for DC? Are you still doing King in Black? Did you find any dollar issues? What'd you get? So I just want to talk about comics in general with you guys. I love comic books. I could talk about them with a room full of people or just to a camera. So guys, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.